last game. I know what happened, but I just want to point it out that maybe Billy was just in the background somewhere not paying attention to all the drama.
Entirely in character.
Yeah.
But fine.
That's
Somewhere else.
legit.
Cool. All right.
So if I remember correctly, what happened? We start here with the party having kind of split off a little bit. Billy in the background just avoiding all that drama.
Yeah.
Koira having slapped Eilert.
I think she outright punched him.
Having punched Eilert for saying a pretty cold-blooded thing. Jane not quite wanting to punch Eilert, but definitely agreeing that was a cold-blooded thing for him to say. And Yiska there, as Eilert was just kind of leaving. So, what's everyone's plan? You got a statue. You were told to get rid of it. By a cat.
Well,
that calls himself Lord Death.
I'm just gonna do the same thing that I did last time.
Oh, you're gonna hand out the horse's butt?
It was the back of the knee.
You're gonna go ahead and give that a little pull?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Go ahead and see. Let me just pull up game notes.
What do you want me to roll?
Roll. We're gonna do spirit plus courage.
Okay.
Because as you do so, you are absolutely remembering the experience of something trying to grab at your hand. So
cool.
Your TN is 7.
I have perseverance in courage.
All right. So even if something could possibly hinder you from doing it, you could do that.
I got
that does not apply here. Nice. All right. So
I'm a bad bitch. Come at me.
All right. So out of curiosity, are you going to stop before something grabs at you again?
Nah.
Are you going to let something grab at you?
I mean, I'm not going to let it, but I'm going to keep pulling.
All right. So, you grab at the back of the horse's knee, and find a thread and pull. And again, it sort of becomes a widening net that you are of color that you're ripping out of this horse's leg. And you know how last time there was a lot of red that you were pulling?
Yes.
This time you're finding a lot of black.
Cool.
And it, however, is not long before you feel a shudder and a force pulling back against you as if it's trying to pull that color back into itself.
So it's tug of war. Come on, I've got a job to do and you're coming out.
All right. You want to keep on tugging?
Mm-hmm.
Can I go give her a hand?
Sure.
Yeah, what's with all this infighting? We're here to get shit done.
Well, the source of the infighting was we were going to commit domestic terrorism. This is a bit more exercising the statue.
Okay, so you guys, Yiska, you're going to go over and help.
Yep.
I'm going to have you also do a spirit plus courage, because you definitely remember what it's like pulling something nasty out of a possessed item.
Mm-hmm.
Your TN is 7.
All right. So I'm going to. So I've got leadership on courage. If anyone else wants to join in, now would be a great time, especially if you've got higher than 2 spirit.
I have 3 spirits, and I'm happy to lend a hand.
Hey, fun fact. the back of the horse's knee is called the hock.
Ah, nice.
We're pulling at the horse hock.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, roll 3 dice. You have to hit a T and 7.
All right, I got an 8 and a 10. So
nice. Okay. You come up next to her. Joined now by Koira and Jane. And grab at this widening net of black and keep pulling. Eventually, that force that was pulling back on it, relents, and you see coming out along with that widening net, a long, almost what looks like a spear, what with joints, and it severs the net.
And we all fall back.
And you all fall back. You are left, however, as that black energy that you were pulling out of it dissipates. You are left with a black shard or a black coin, if Yiska was the one who was pulling at it.
Mm-hmm.
And
just one?
Yes.
Yank.
Just take it out of Yiska's hand, huh? Yeah. So, however, there is a weight on you at this point. You, as you, and also to be sure. By the way, Billy, when you had pulled, you had got a red shard out of it before, right?
Yes.
Okay. You guys do see, or you do feel like a weight is upon you, almost like a feeling of a cloud passing between you and the sun. But when you look around, it's clearly, getting later noon, and the sun is out, and the day is pleasant. But everything just feels darker. You don't so much feel eyes upon you as you once did when you tried to pull the whole of something out of the Dorsey piece before. As it is, you feel that tremendous weight. That there is something much, much larger than you anticipate inside of the statue.
Whatever's in here is no joke.
Yeah, I'm assuming that the rest of you guys saw the big, weird, knobbly thing with the pointy bit on the end.
Yeah, that wasn't fun looking. Gotta say.
If we destroy this statue, whatever's living in it is probably going to come out.
Will it?
What else is it going to do?
Maybe it gets blown up?
Fade into obscurity?
If it's a spirit like us and this is its body...
I don't know. I don't know.
Hell, okay. So,
everyone can, if you wish, if you're paying attention to everything around you, roll perception plus outdoors.
Ooh.
TN 7.
Nope.
Cool. So that's perception plus outdoors. Ugh, okay.
Nope.
Give me a moment. Just completely forgot to actually. No, not that one. That one. Ah. Such a simple thing. Why have I not bookmarked this? Okay, so I've got a technical knack, and I've also got quick thinking, so I can. I've only got one die in this, but I can. It's a TN of 6, and I get to roll twice.
Yes, once per session.
And I hit the 6 on the second roll.
Nice. So you used your once per session quick thinking on outdoors. Yeah. Nice. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Koira, you notice as you look around you, everyone at that is at this demonstration, one by one, are starting to notice the same kind of atmosphere as you are.
Okay. Koira looks up, looks around, and goes, "Guys, I think what just happened isn't just limited to us. That seems to have happened in the other world too."
How do you mean?
Points to other people.
Yeah, when Koira points it out, you guys do notice that there are quite a few people that have looked up just to see if it is cloudy, and overall seem to be a little more uneasy. The police that are here just in case someone does anything nasty, they look especially uneasy.
Oh, hang on. So, Eilert, when you gave up some of your black,
Eilert has actually
realized Eilert is not there.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Eilert, when you right.
Dang it. But when Eilert gave up his black, he stopped caring about things, right? Like he had he didn't have any fear.
I just figured that was him.
I mean, he could just be a gigantic dick, but if we pulled a bunch of black, air quotes, energy or emotion out the statue and then it went foof, what if that foof, then gestures to the sky, did that? And if that's the case, then what the hell's going to happen if we bust that thing open and it releases everything?
Probably nothing good for the crowd here.
Well, weren't you guys fighting about the crowd anyway? If we make them uncomfortable, then they'll leave.
I mean, I could ask them if they've heard the good word about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, but I don't think they can see me. Also, I don't care about that kind of stuff.
I mean, it might be a little bit more relevant given our current situation, but...
You can't see me. You can't see me giving a bemused nod.
So we need to get the crowd out of here, kind of no matter what, because as long as we do this, it's going to cause more weird crap to happen.
I say we go back in and try to pull out whatever's stubbornly stuck in there. If these people don't like it, they'll run away.
And if the cops don't like it, the jittery cops with handguns.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
No, I get you. No,
I mean,
don't gotta tell me twice.
I mean, my parents, like, I came here when I was real young, but my parents have always said, like, oh man. Zach, stop it. Okay, we need to do something. Either we push them away from here, or we do something somewhere else that people go to. I don't know. I did not expect to be doing this when I woke up this morning. Well, not this morning, last morning. Is there even a time cycle anymore? There is, but
Well,
Yeah, I
whatever
think
we
we've gone.
do,
We think we've gone 2 days.
whatever we do,
Yeah.
we're going to have to affect the living world.
Right. Okay, so I think we need to figure out what's actually causing this, because while the statue seems to be where everything's like ending up, there's a lot of weird stuff going on here, and I really wish my phone worked so I could Google it. But
Is there anybody we could talk to about this thing? Like the cat?
you can't just consult the cat for everything. Plus,
Why not?
the cat's been very unhelpful generally.
True.
Yeah,
Isn't he supposed to be fighting someone for territory right now? Anyway.
Yeah, I get the distinct feeling that Death is not taking his responsibilities as seriously as he really should. What with being a cat and everything.
And also getting us to do everything for him.
Yeah, I can't even get a job at like a convenience store at the moment. And yet I'm doing life and death, literally stuff for death, literally. And I'm getting paid in color.
I mean,
I feel like
to
I'm
be
a hitman.
fair,
I feel like I'm a hitman working for a pack of Crayolas.
to be fair, I'm in full agreement with you guys that the cat is not very helpful, but isn't this supposed to be like a work release program, kinda?
Yeah, no matter how much we might not like it, we are kind of stuck. And we're also on a time limit.
Yeah, yep. I know. Try not to think about it.
So let's figure this out. We need to know more about the statue. Who can we talk to who would know more about the statue?
I mean, is there a local paper around here or a library? Because if the information got out, it's got to be probably one of those places.
Just start pushing over books and hope that they land on the same page that we need.
I'll get to the microfiche library and just squint real hard.
As you guys are debating this, I'm going to cut over to Eilert.
Meanwhile,
Eilert, so where did you go?
So that other store was like right near.
Yeah,
here,
right? Cash for gold.
Yeah, he's gonna go in a cash for gold.
Okay. You go in just as an older woman has gone and exchanged a few pieces of jewelry for cold hard cash, and she walks through you as she leaves. And once she is gone, the woman, the finely dressed woman behind the counter just goes, well, I guess she did send some more of her friends. Hello, Deanna Rhine.
Eilert Draugr. Yes, I know. It's hilarious given the circumstances.
Yeah, it is, actually. Did your friend tell you what all I do here?
A little bit. Something about exchanging colors.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You're free to have a look around if you want. I just have some knickknacks that for sale. I guess is mostly just display, but
anything that I can even interact with. He'll kind of look around for anything that doesn't look grayed out, I guess.
There are a few things that aren't grayed out. There's again, they're just knickknacks. They're nothing especially special. Just things that you could spend your money on that you just got from trading your gold.
Right.
or and there is, however, one that you do notice that is a little weird.
Oh,
There's like a, because I mentioned before, there are some older books in this that just kind of amongst the knickknacks. And one of them does seem to have color, as if you could possibly interact with it.
I guess he'll try picking it up. What's the
Yeah, you do so.
Oh, well, interesting. I'll look to see what this book is about.
You have a hard time with that one, because it appears to be written in another language. The language resembles a lot more of older runes or glyphs that were used in older Celtic languages and things along those lines, Nordic languages as well. However, the thing that's striking about this is that you kind of understand it a little, and that individual letters seem to make sense to you, even if you don't quite understand the language itself.
Fascinating. What do you know? What is this book? These, I've never seen anything quite like them. They resemble old Celtic and Norse runes, but it's not them. But there is a sense to them.
Honestly, I have no idea. I put it there because it looked pretty, and it has never really left that shelf for probably the last ever. You want it, it's yours.
Really?
Oh. Clears up room.
Well, thank you very much. There isn't much reading material currently available to me, and I do enjoy a good language challenge.
And it's as you're at that point that you feel a weight upon you.
Yeah, I'm sure he turns towards the direction.
And Deanna also kind of wrinkles her brow. And she gets up from behind her desk and walks to the door and opens it and looks outside.
Yeah, Eilert will follow her and also look. Did you feel something too?
Yeah, I don't like that. Well, nothing I can do about it, unfortunately.
Yes, I fear it is rather my problem instead. There's... Do you know anything about all this commotion being so close by? I've heard something about them uncovering new information about our town figurehead here, but that seems rather... There's an awful lot of people jumping on something that hasn't been confirmed yet.
Yeah, your friend asked about that yesterday too. I went ahead and just tracked it down out of curiosity. And she goes. She reaches under her desk, pulls out a newspaper. It's a newspaper from a few days ago. And it appears to be on. It appears to be the front page story of the Mercy Springs Tribune. and it's let's see here. So, according to this article, Captain Rooney, and it's citing it's citing both historical precedent and also recently uncovered journals, and is revealing that Captain Rooney once an icon for Alden Park and a part of the Mercy Springs mythology, was not the man who everyone claimed. He was a slave owner who tried to sabotage the sovereignty of Mercy Springs during the Civil War because he himself didn't want to give up his plantation. According to this this article, Captain Aldous Rooney had marched his men into Mercy Springs to intimidate and force and force the people of Mercy Springs to give up give up their refugees and abandon their status as kind of a sanctuary. And the local militia fired upon him and killed him on the spot.
This makes zero sense. If this was the tale, then how have we had this different story of him being a hero for so long? And this is not a story that would lend itself to misinterpretation. Particularly as he was certainly not around to change the telling himself. Who wrote this? I don't care if this is relevant to the current plot. When he's alive again, Howard has an angry letter to send.
Send a letter to the editor.
This smacks of sensation of poorly researched.
Oh my god! Okay, let me just.
Why wait till you're alive? Send it from beyond the grave.
Look, if he knows he's gonna fail to come back to life, that'll be his last act.
That is the most British thing I've ever heard. Not even death shall stop me from writing a stiff letter to the Times. My post-mortem editorial should be published both on the third page and the fucking obituaries.
Oh, let's see. Let me just.
You can come up with it later if it's not actually.
I will do this. I will do this. It is Douglas Johnson.
Douglas Johnson. I'm gonna put his description as hack editorial writer.
More like Johnless Dougson.
Douglas Johnson, hack editorial writer. Noted.
I am going to write a strongly worded letter to the editor.
As soon as I'm alive again, that man will be hearing from me. If I'm feeling vindictive, perhaps before. Douglas Johnson, your crimes against the written word will not go unpunished.
Your crimes against journalism.
Yeah.
Gonna give him a fucking Christmas carol. I am the ghost of editorials past.
Anyway,
so,
Do you want me to roll? Like, is there anything I can roll to? Is that basically the story exactly as it appears? Is there anything like more to be gleaned from it, or is it pretty much just this was the story?
Do all of the capital words like spell out something else when you?
I mean, more like
No,
if there are more telling
me.
inconsistencies or anything else like that
No,
point to
the story itself seems consistent if you take it as that.
at face value.
If
Yeah,
you take it as face value, it seems consistent because it does cite historical precedent, and it is citing again reciting recently
unearthed journals. That's suspicious in itself. These journals have been properly verified, like by the historian. Like, are they authentic? Like,
yes, these journals are in fact considered authentic to the as far as the author is concerned.
All right. Well, okay. This is a mystery he is greatly invested in, but not one necessarily relevant to his current situation. So, that can be his Alive Again project, uncovering of how this happened.
Sure.
It's going to be so bad if you come back to life and you can't remember specifically why you want to write a really angry letter to the newspaper. Just like, I'm so mad about something, but I don't know what it is.
I'm really upset about a thing. Hold on, let me just read the newspaper a little bit. There it is.
I'm really upset about something, but I can't remember what. It was probably liberal snowflakes.
Fuck. Why'd you do that, Zach? Why'd you become an old man?
Because that's what I feel like. That's what when people are upset about something, but they can't pinpoint what. I feel like these days, that's the answer they come to.
Old man yells at cloud.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, I'll be right back.
The feminists are taking over.
Oh no! How terrible! What will the misogynists ever do? Have to wait their fucking turn.
You snowflake liberals in your safe spaces are ridiculous. I can't abide by any space that isn't misogynist, and
I can't abide by any space that isn't dangerous.
I can't. I can't abide
snakes in there.
You liberals need constant validation, valid places where your opinion is respected and validated. I can't stand places that don't share my exact opinion.
That's why I only go to reliable editorial sources like Fox News and Breitbart. I know.
By the way, while we're waiting for NATO, there you go, Luke. That's for you. That YouTube link.
I feel special and somehow disturbed. Let me have a look.
So while we're waiting for Nate, I've heard that I've heard from at least one reviewer that the Alita Battle Angel movie is actually pretty decent.
I've heard it's pretty all right.
Like maybe the first actually good anime live action adaptation.
I consider myself to be a benevolent measures. Risky cavity searches. This easy to understand color-coded crime alert system.
God damn it.
On safety and security, and to preserve our way of life, I'm taking a drastic step in putting up a security camera. Just one. For safety, security, and omniscient unlinked information gathering of everyone's activities. Everybody get in here. I'm sorry you all have to stand. The couch that was right there for years, given to me by the King of Prussia after I saved his daughter from the Cossacks, stolen.
I'm back, guys.
Hi, welcome back.
Oh my god, this is amazing. This is my first day off. Taken care of. I'm binging this.
Okay, so
So as we're back, Eilert will probably be heading out with the book to do his job.
The book.
who is still
We're
watching
still-
Harvey Birdman?
We're still just a Birdman.
I think it's John.
John may have actually muted us.
Yeah.
We've been locked out. John, let us in.
Sorry, I heard my name. I was watching the Harvey Birdman thing.
It had him. It had him in its seductive embrace.
Nice. Okay. I look forward to this this video getting copyright claimed.
For third-hand audio of a Harvey Birdman episode.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Thanks, YouTube.
So, Eilert, I believe, was going to go rejoin his friends up at the statue.
Are we really friends? We're mostly just like work compatriots at this point. Like,
Yes.
Inmates.
yeah.
I'm not stuck in here with you. Something stuck with.
Yeah.
Stuck in the middle with you. Something.
Clowns to the left of me, chokers to the right.
It sounds like that. That sounds like this party at the moment.
Yeah.
Everyone at the statue, you see Eilert come back. The gentleman that was dressed too much like a journalist, he definitely paused in trying to find someone to talk to because of this feeling of unease, but has since gone back to it.
Wait, hold on. Is this Douglas Johnson?
Oh shit.
You find that the man, when he goes to speak to somebody, he goes to speak to let's see here. He goes to speak to a gentleman who was with the demonstration, and he introduces himself as Devontae Morris,
Okay.
an independent journalist. And he
He's
asks
safe for now.
and he asks the guy, now, did you hear any, like, when you were getting the information on this and joining the group of people that were coming out here to demonstrate, what sources did you follow for that? And the guy's just like, well, I followed the Tribune. I double checked it online just to be sure, but yeah, that Tribune article has been picked up by a few other local papers, and citing some good verifiable sources. So it seemed legit enough to me. Devontae is just like, well, all right, well, thank you, and then goes to someone else to ask a similar question, almost like he's prodding for something in particular.
Does he think there's also something to this? Like he's trying to... Or is he just trying to get a particular reaction from a... that would make a good story?
If you want, you could roll perception plus study.
Sure. I put points in study. Nothing that is actually relevant here.
I'll say it's a TN6.
Okay. Yeah, 10.
All right. So, yeah, actually, it does seem like it. You sort of before you meet up with your colleagues, you do follow Devante around a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and you find that he sort of presents that sort of question of how did you find out about this? What have you looked into? Almost as a way of feeling out who will have a more cerebral response for him that he can get more information out of.
He's looking for someone that knows something about this other than just having read the articles.
Yeah,
would be the impression.
Which,
he wants to find somebody who's either seen the journals or is otherwise like familiar with this from some other way.
Yep.
And he's not finding anyone, is he?
He does find his do you follow him around for a while or
I mean, I get probably
colleagues?
unless his somebody from the gov's like, hey, get over here, we need to figure something out. Unless one of the others comes and grabs him, he might just.
Okay. Well, there are actually a few more cerebral answers, actually. For instance, there's a girl that he does ask, that he does give that sort of introductory question to. And she's just like, yeah, I dug into it. And honestly, there isn't much about this guy than hearsay. No evidence he did anything special or any of the things that everyone claims. And so the news coming out about this is the closest to real, actual truth, and not just a regurgitated story. And Devante is just like, that is a good point. That is a good point. Now, one quandary that I have is so with all these people gathered here, and the start of kind of a small social movement here. What, in your opinion, would happen if contradictory evidence were to come to light? And she's just like, well, I'd share it. Right now, this is all we have to go on. And, there's a historical precedent to this stuff. We can't keep glorifying a false narrative. But if there's another side, yeah, I'd do what I can to make it known. There just isn't one.
I
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm eavesdropping upon a journalist.
Okay.
he looks at you. He looks at you because he just kind of looks at you if there's more because he answered your question.
And I'm looking at him like, why the hell are you doing that?
Did you find anything interesting?
Evidently this story, evidently our story is about, what's the name again? About,
Rooney?
I wrote this down somewhere.
Rooney.
Captain Aldous Rooney.
Yeah. Apparently the story is about Captain Aldous Rooney, I guess, or folklore, and were never based in historical evidence. And now they're saying they have the first historical evidence, which suggests he was a fraud. slave owner who was gunned down for attempting to force his way upon this town.
All right, then.
So, lovely ominous feeling you've created here. What is that about?
There's something inside the statue.
We pulled at the horse hock and something weird came out.
Ah,
Gross.
What do you mean, what do you mean gross? You were here.
Eilert will knock
It's the
on
way she said it.
Eilert will knock on the statue. Hello? Anyone in there?
You don't get a response. The statue doesn't talk to you.
It was worth a try.
Well, if the statue is creating this much controversy, why not just take it down then? This doesn't seem like a job for us dead people. Seems like a job for the mayor.
Well, the question asked then is why, if that's the case, why did Lord Death assign us this?
Because there's something living in it. Something that doesn't want to come out. And something
then-
that when we try to pull it out, makes a big fucking fuss. Kicks at it.
But then why give us the time limit? Our first assignment didn't have a time limit, and we already have the general time limit of our impending permanent death. So why does this one specifically need to be resolved by tonight?
Well, maybe the thing inside it is. I don't know. I mean, think about it. Jittery cops, protesters that are getting angry about stuff they can't understand. What if people die?
Do you think Lord Death knows about who will die?
That is a thought. Perhaps if things remain as they are, there will be loss of life, and that is what he's hoping to avoid.
So he doesn't have to do any more work.
Wow, we are literally helping death be lazy.
Well, that remains to be seen. But regardless,
Evil
that brings
horse
us-
butt is going to die.
But that brings us back to the original problem. How do we get rid of the statue?
Well, you guys said you were getting like spirit explosives.
I mean, we still have to deal with the crowd first.
Yeah. But if we can get the crowd away, I guess we could just blow the thing up.
Oh. We could always scare the crowd away. He pulls out his airsoft pistol.
Bad idea. Bad idea. There's real guns in the area right now.
Yeah.
If our job is essentially keeping people from dying, then yeah, that's probably the opposite of what we need to be doing.
That's a good point.
Come on, guys, we're ghosts. We can scare people.
I mean, we could just be super spooky and freak them all out.
Yeah.
Or I don't know, give them a reason to evacuate.
Ah, there we go. We can start a fire.
Ooh.
Normally I would say that's dumb, but actually, now that I think about it, that's probably actually not a bad idea. Especially seeing as no one will ever know it was us.
Hey.
That's a real good point. Yeah.
We just need to find. Hey, wait, Isla, you were sleeping in an abandoned store, weren't you? How far is that from here?
He gives a rough estimate of that the GM will then provide.
It's a few blocks away.
Just a few blocks down.
Maybe too far away.
Okay, I thought you were talking about like lighting some brush on fire or something, not lighting a store on fire.
That might be a better idea, though. the brush part.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
So just set some hedges on fire.
I mean, there is it's either that or give the police some reason to disperse the crowd.
Let's not. Okay, well, I guess we can figure out some way to set the bushes on fire.
Anybody got a lighter?
You know what? I quit just before I apparently died. Wouldn't you know? Dang.
Shoot.
Turns out they didn't get me first.
Ah, nuts.
I mean, it's. Could I possibly use outdoors to just kind of figure out could this go up from like a stray cigarette butt?
You could probably
Um,
use our outdoors to start a fire.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you want to like actually start a brush fire, you can do tangibility plus outdoors.
Oh shit, that makes me actually better at doing something. Sure. What kind of
Your
TN?
TN will be 8.
Okay, knocks it down to a
'Cause-
7.
Because it oh no, actually it's going to be 7 because it's I forgot the date, it's fall, and therefore there are the brush is starting to dry.
I got an 8 anyway.
Nice.
So yeah, Cora just probably goes over there, starts finding some little bits of like one good stick,
Yeah.
and yeah,
And yeah, because basically the statue is atop a cliffside. The cliff is part of a hill that goes down. The road goes down that hill and curves into a main sort of like a main drive down there, which is where the Cash for Gold store is. And along this cliffside and along the side of the road where everyone is kind of gathered to demonstrate, there is brush. So it is not actually hard to find dry brush. So you gather some dry brush, and about a minute or two later, you get some smoke coming out from behind the statue.
you just kind of hear like a distant cackling, and like, ha ha, still got it.
She's a fucking witch.
I was going to say Boy Scout, but I think I like yours better.
Girl guide, you idiots. Anyway,
I stand
goes
by my
back out,
statement.
rubbing her palms. Just that really does do your hands in though. Oh right, got the fire going. You guys planting the explosives? I thought we were going to try.
didn't buy those.
We didn't buy explosives.
No,
They were rather expensive, and
we would have had to have all go in on those.
I distinctly remember there being some voices against that plan at the time.
I get it. I assume. Okay, so we've now got people away. How do we destroy the statue before they put the fire out and come back?
So you guys do notice that yes, as soon as a fire is noticed, as soon as a fire is distinctly recognized, the crowd does in fact begin to disperse. At partly out of folk realizing, oh, brush fire shouldn't be close to that. Lots of people wearing dry clothes, that catches fire easy too. Time to leave. And then partly out of police insistence that, oh, brush fire, time to leave, get out.
Everybody leave, fire.
Yeah, and so the crowd is forced to disperse over the next several minutes. Police keeping order as everyone is forced to leave. As the brush fire does expand into another bit of brush, into a dried bush, into another dried bush, into part of the cliffside.
Well,
Mm.
Here's a question. Do you suppose that this, so you can, actually, yeah, I was gonna go up, can he touch the statue?
Yeah, you can.
Oh. We could just do this. Eilert's gonna shoot the statue.
All right, you shoot the statue and it just breaks off. Whatever, and it is protected while it's inside. So, as you kind of lower your gun and observe that that didn't do as much as you were hoping.
So it does not have that effect on everything, just those just those glass creatures?
And it is as you are making this observation that some of you, if you happen to check in the crowd,
Yeah.
there is one particular person of note who does take, who does go with the police as they are insisting that she leaves. But then when she's out of sight of anybody, becomes colorful to all of you, and releases a sigh.
Huh.
So,
That bears investigating.
So, how many of you were especially social in school?
Ha!
Yeah.
Ah,
Yikes.
Don, your mic is doing a thing.
Getting a lot of beeps.
Morse code.
Yeah.
That's weird because I am literally like less than a foot from my computer, but
Is there
is
like
it there now?
is there a cell phone or any kind of electronical interference that might be
I don't think so. Am I better now? I've moved closer to my computer.
Yeah, I'm not hearing it.
Okay.
Not hearing it now.
That's really weird. Okay, whatever. But yeah.
I guess Yisko was probably fairly social.
Yes,
Um,
that series of beeps was me explaining how Yiska was actually social.
Okay. So Yiska and Billy, you actually recognize her. She is a mohawked girl with a half jacket over a crop top, studded short shorts, and wears a pair of combat boots. She's chewing gum, and appears to have pulled out of like a purse, some sort of weird looking gun kind of thing, but it's clearly not an actual pistol. It looks too roundish or blocky-ish to be anything but a prop.
like a light gun?
Yeah, basically. And the socially savvy folk here recognize her as Tabitha Durant, a kid you go to school with.
Oh,
Went school with. Punk rock party girl by day, punk rock party girl by night. Billy, you recognize that her as someone that, well, when you try to fill in that blank of why you recognize her, it kind of hurts your heart. Like it hurts like the center of your chest. And you come up with no answers. But you do recognize her for some reason. She approaches you guys by walking through the crowd in a very literal fashion that only you can do, that you know of.
Whoa, what's going on here?
So, this is a big mess that you made.
Fuck you.
Also,
Oh,
hi.
wait. Billy?
Yeah,
You're dead?
Tabitha?
Yeah, it's me, Tabitha. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm sorry. Fuck, this sucks.
It's cool. How do... You know what? Never mind. What's going on?
By the way, if you could not spread around that we're dead, that'd be real cool. Apparently, we die for real if people actually figure that out.
Oh, yeah, the third death.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Or rather, sorry, the second death.
Wait, there's a third?
Yeah, it's the one where everyone forgets you exist.
Uh,
So, are you a Reaper then?
No. Sorry. But you guys are.
All right, let's
So
start
it
from
seems.
square one. What?
Fuck, dude, this really sucks. I was gonna roll up and I was gonna say some cold-blooded shit and do some and do some cold-blooded shit. But Billy? Come on, man. Fucking boss needs to give way better info than this.
wait.
Boss.
You were gonna shoot us?
Ugh. Yeah.
Well,
Look.
glad you're not.
Look, I do what the boss says. I get what I need. So
Ah, a perfectly rational explanation.
I mean, that's what we're doing.
if I were to explain more, I'd probably get myself killed. I've actually already probably said too much. So keep that between us. Cool. And I don't tell anybody about your first death.
Cool. Sounds good. Well, then let's just kind of ignore all this and start from the beginning. Hi, Tabitha.
Billy, I'm really bummed out right now.
I'm real sorry. Had no choice in the matter. I tell you what, though, I get a second chance if I get rid of this statue. You know anything about it?
That I'm not supposed to let you do that.
Cool. All
Why
right.
not?
Can we reach a compromise?
Why not? Because it's my job.
The one you are not going to talk any further about.
Which is why.
The one that I will be about as dead as you if I do. Yeah, that one.
Which is why I'm asking if we can compromise.
I'm listening. What can you do that will ensure I get paid, so to speak?
So you got to protect this statue. Am I right?
Namely, I gotta protect the discord it's causing. Yeah.
And we got to get rid of this statue. Because most likely of the discord it's causing.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, you guys already gone and dealt with some discord earlier. Yesterday? Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah.
And that is putting me in a bad position.
If you don't mind me asking, what's so bad about getting rid of Discord? Like, it seems to be focused around really serious negative emotions and people having really bad time.
I'm assuming the part where her boss kills her if she doesn't.
But what does your boss get out of it?
I mean, it doesn't matter to her. Like, her boss could be doing it for shits and giggles, but if she gets killed, either way, that doesn't really matter, right?
Bingo.
Uh,
Also, I do have some personal stakes, but not really to do with this at the moment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you mentioned getting paid, which I assume means that it's not just fear of death. That's
Yeah. You gotta make your money somehow, or color, whichever.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Gotta make that green, and all the others.
Right. Okay. So I'm guessing no matter what we do, there's going to be some sort of conflict between us that I'm really not looking forward to because, like, fighting off manifestations of dark emotions is one thing. I don't want to really hurt anybody, but
I don't want to double put my friend in the grave.
That's really sweet.
Billy,
Mm.
it hurts a little when she says that.
Yeah, I'm
Because you
I'm
don't
not,
remember that.
I know, I'm trying real hard to be like, hey, yeah, we're buddies, we're friends. Who the fuck is this?
So, all right. Tell you what. There is some kind of compromise I think we can come to. You just need to get rid of the distance, right? So,
Yeah.
how are you planning on doing that?
We were just gonna blow it up.
All right. Fair.
I think we should just pull it all out.
Kind of punk rock. I like the blow it up option. If I'm gonna be honest. But you said just pull it all out.
That was my first idea.
Cool. How about I give you a hand?
Hey, working together. I like
And
it.
if you guys happen to survive what comes out, I guess we'll have a problem later. If you don't survive what comes out, I'll make sure some nice things are said about you on your second death.
You're a good egg.
And we can then, not to sound rude, but how do we know that if we pull out something dangerous, you aren't going to take that opportunity to stab us in the back and ensure we don't survive?
Because I'm not shooting you now.
Yes, but right now you're outnumbered 5-1, so I suspect that would not be in your best interest anyway at the moment.
that's also assuming that she's not much better than us due to being, one, employed, and two, able to inhabit a corporal body that we can't physically interact with.
My dude, do you know how many Reapers I've killed?
You're not helping things here.
Funny you should mention that. Do you know of a man named Vincent?
She shrugs. Gonna have to give you more than that.
She'll give her the description that he received.
That was his name? Vincent?
Did you kill him?
Nice. No. That wasn't me.
Did he die?
If you want, you can do perception plus cool.
Sure.
Anyone can do that if they want. TN is 8.
9.
I have a leadership in cool, but it doesn't really matter now.
Sorry.
I was going to say, so do I.
Yeah, I don't, and I failed my roll.
Okay.
Yeah, failed.
All right. Billy?
What was the TN?
TN was 8.
I got an 8.
All right. Billy and Eilert, you both can tell that she might be fibbing on the having killed Reapers part, but isn't fibbing on being powerful.
Okay, so she probably is bluffing when she says she's killed a ton of Reapers, but
yeah,
she definitely thinks she genuinely believes she's stronger than us.
Yeah. And then all of you get a chance to see something. some display of that, perhaps, because as she says, so you guys want to rid the city of discord, then I say let's take the kid gloves off. And she takes her gun, whispers something into it, causing a series of symbols to glow and appear along the side of it. She points it at the statue and fires.
What kind of symbols?
They are not ones familiar to you. They're not in this book, actually.
Okay. Any others I would recognize with his vast knowledge of languages?
Sure. Go ahead and I'll say you can go ahead and roll academics plus language.
That is like
TN
literally my best roll.
TN9.
That will be an 8 for me due to technical knack.
Okay.
I got a 10. I am rolling hot tonight.
So you oh god, what was this again? Sorry to pause during the bit of narration here.
We can assume that the like Eilert will not react to this until after or if you would prefer to describe it after this is all done, we can get.
You recognize these symbols as ones that have appeared in the Ars Goetica.
Oh, that's curious.
And she points and fires at the statue. The entire area around you falls dark with discord. A creature stumbles out of the statue as if shoved out of bed. It is confused and disoriented, but no less intimidating. It appears to be about 9 feet tall, some kind of centaur-like body. And it is made up entirely of stained glass. It has no head, but does appear to have the component pieces as if it should have at one point had a head. And also appears to be missing a bit of its back, kind of giving this look into a wispy, cloudy mass of color within. One of its arms seems to be a lance of some kind, and the other is a cannon. Tabitha whistles appraisingly at the beast and just says, "So that's what a century of broken dreams looks like, huh? Ugh. I can feel it. You can feel it on the other side. Best of luck, everyone."
Right. So before she goes off, Yiska's going to I guess whisper to her, "Hey, if your boss has an offer that ends up with us not being dead, I'm not adverse to switching sides on this."
Go ahead and roll social plus fashion.
Ooh.
All right. So
Are you a bad enough dude to be a bad enough dude?
Treachery is so in this season.
let me just. All right. So aptitude gives me an extra die on that.
Yep. Your TN is 8.
Okay. Yep, I got a 10.
All right. She kind of like gives you a nod, like she knows what's up, like what you're saying. Right, and you kind of get this feeling that okay, yeah, maybe she'll look you up.
Mm-hmm.
but doesn't have the opportunity to say much as the beast screeches.
Mhm.
The screech just it causes the earth around you to rumble and shudder beneath your feet. You even hear and can even look and get confirmation as glass windows of nearby buildings splinter at this creature's shrieking. Tabitha absconds. What are you guys gonna do?
Not to alarm you, but this appears to be affecting the real world. Or the physical world, maybe better.
Well, it's a good thing everyone was scared off by the fire then.
Cora's face is just a silent scream.
A silent scream of frustration or fear.
Fear, fear, fear.
I will say that in spite of his the voice, Eilert doesn't look nearly as cavalier about this as the last time, now that he's got some black back in him.
Now he's back in black.
Who's closest to it? I believe Billy, actually, because Billy was...
Me!
All right, Billy, go ahead and roll... coordination plus sports to get out of the way right now. Your TN is 7.
I rolled a 9.
Rolled a 9. It strikes out. It lashes out at you with its lance arm, and you duck out of the way, sort of scramble back, nearly fall over, and then put some distance between the two of you. You barely get out of the way of its lance that it strikes out at you. Who's furthest?
Eilert, almost certainly.
Eilert, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll coordination plus sports.
Okay.
Because it uses its second move now to point the cannon arm at you.
Oh dear.
Unveiling the fact that this particular creature has a modifier. Its modifier is multi-attack.
All right, what's my TN?
Your TN is 8.
Well, that's my luck finally failing me. That'll be a 3.
All right.
Can't believe Eilert's dead.
Eilert,
Again.
Eilert, you guys see that Eilert is shot with a cannonball. It is a small bore cannonball, to be sure, but it's impacts him in the chest and bowls him over. Eilert, go ahead and note that you have multiple broken ribs.
Multiple.
Kind of leaving Eilert in a heap. Jane runs over to Eilert to make sure he's okay.
He is not.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! All right, what's everyone gonna do?
That probably snaps Cora out of it. She kind of snaps around, goes, Eilert, are you okay? Stupid question, I guess.
I'm sure he just groans on the ground for a moment because broken ribs are not conducive to snappy comebacks.
Yeah.
Oh, why?
Just notes that, turns around, cracks her knuckles. All right, now you're pissed off a Scott. Just gonna run up and smack it one.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a physique. That's physique plus sports, I believe we had done.
Mm-hmm. And what is my TN?
Your TN is 6. It's not hard to hit.
Well, I still rolled a 2 and a 1.
All right. It bats you, like you run at it, and it bats you away with its with the elbow of its cannon arm, kind of knocking you back. It doesn't hurt you all that bad, just kind of like scrapes you up a little bit as you hit the ground.
I've been artillery whipped.
Yeah, basically.
Uh,
All right.
Does anyone know anything about horses?
They've got a hawk.
Billy, Eilert, or Billy, Eilert, Yiska? What are you guys going to do?
To slowly and painfully get back onto his feet. Probably with Jane's help.
Yeah, Jane helps you up.
He is too injured to express his confusion on Clara suddenly being mad at him being hurt. But all right. Here's a question. Its scream shattered windows. Does this thing otherwise seem to be affected by the physical world?
You would assume that if it can affect the physical world, then it's probably vice versa, yes.
I have an idea.
Yeah?
If it can shatter windows, I bet it burns.
All right. How do you propose we light this thing on fire?
Well, we did create a rather large brush fire that's still going.
All right.
Let's try and get it in there.
Okay. I'm on board. How?
We ride. I'm gonna try to
Horses-
hop on it.
Okay. Elliot was about to point his gun at it, but then Billy's just like, I'm getting on.
All right, Billy.
Motherfucking ha!
Billy, go ahead and make a. It's gonna do the physique plus outdoors. You're wrangling. Your TN is 7.
I got a 10!
Nice. So yeah, Billy jumps on the back of the creature, and I'm going to now reveal its second modifier.
Oh no, it's got spike back.
It's got buckaroo.
Interference. Billy, go ahead and re-roll that check.
Oh. But I sang. I got a 7.
Got a 7.
Yeah.
All right. That
Still a
still
no
makes
up.
it because it was a 7. It was a TN7. So it attempts to buck you off. And even attempts to like elbow back at you because it's a centaur-like thing. But you do stay on its back.
I am hugging the shit out of this thing.
You nearly fall off, but you continue hanging on to its back.
I hate this. Whose stupid idea was this?
Don't ask us. Why did you do it?
Okay. Eilert and Yiska, what are your plans?
Okay,
Well,
so Yiska-
While Billy is on this thing, all TNs to hit it are reduced by 1
excellent. Okay, so
because it's
Yiska's
very
plan-
distracted.
All right, so Yiska's plan is to go over to the brush fire, find a appropriately long on fire stick,
Mhm.
and baseball bat it in the legs with a non-fire stick.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll. It's going to be physique plus or a tangibility plus sports.
Cool. I have technical knack in sports.
Your TN is 7, or rather 6 because it's been reduced by 1.
hmm And is that including my technical knack reduction?
Yeah, that's that. No, that doesn't include the technical attack, so it would be 5, I think. Yeah.
All right, I got a 7. So
7. All right. So yeah, you grab the stick and strike at the at the hock of one of the horse's legs. And yeah, you basically kind of cause one of its legs to crumble a little bit. And as the knee itself goes away that it's not supposed to go, it still hangs on with that leg, like still kind of keeps that leg on the ground. But yeah, your goal mostly was to light a little fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is a small flame that has caught. All right, Eiler.
All right. Well, a tried and true method to get something to move in a direction off and away from you: shoot at its feet.
Okay. All right, you can do that one. I believe was coordination plus aim. Your TN is 6. Would be 7, but it is reduced by 1 because Billy is on it, distracting it.
Alas, just a 5.
Okay. It's a hard target. It is moving around, even if it is distracted, and you are trying to hit a very small part of its body. Jane, for her part, she will or she firstly make sure that Eiler's okay to stand on his own.
Yeah, he's in pain, but he's not gonna collapse, it would seem.
And she rushes the beast, slams into its side to knock it a little closer to the fire. It swipes at her to keep her away from it, but is still knocked a little closer to the fire. All right, so it's going to take its first action to it is going to attempt to buck Billy off of it and off of the and into the fire. Billy, go ahead and roll. That was I need to keep the right thing up. There we go. So that will be if he plays outdoors to hold on. Your TN is 7.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Since I'm doing my best to stick onto something,
Yeah.
and I've not yet discovered my powerful ability, can something awaken deep inside of me, and can I use perhaps a spike to hold myself onto this
Yes,
fucking
you
thing?
can. You can roll your power instead.
I have an aptitude modifier in that.
Yes. That gives you an extra die.
Cool. So what would I be rolling then? Physique and
Yeah, you'll do physique plus your power
cool.
plus spikes.
Boop, boop. I got a 9.
9. All right. Yeah. You from your what kind of what does come out of you?
Oh, bone.
Okay, like is it from your hands or from like
Could go full
anywhere?
Wolverine, adamantium.
Yeah, is that what you want?
Sure, from my palm,
From your
just
palm.
right
All
in
right.
there. I'm hugging the soft belly of this centaur.
Yeah, and then you extend from your palms these spikes that sort of embed into the glass. And it rears back and tries to buck you off, but it can't.
I'm stuck. Still
Okay.
screaming. I don't actually know what's going on.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Cora just kind of picks herself off of the ground, sees this happening, goes, "Huh, that's new."
That should be the bearer of bad news, but I believe it has another action.
It's going to take that whenever.
Oh, okay then. Cool.
Much like you guys, it can use its action at narrative speed.
Gotcha.
Right. Upon seeing that, I guess. Yeah, fuck it. It's the stupid thing to do. Corey's just gonna run up and try and tackle it into the goddamn fire.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and roll physique plus outdoors.
Okay. That's my-
Your TN is 7.
Technical knack brings us down to a 6, and I got a 6.
All right. Yeah. Going off of what Jane had done with tackling into its side to knock it back a little bit, you follow up with another swift tackle into its equine body, causing it to stumble to the side even further. Now actually getting half of its body in the brush fire. It hates you for that.
You can cry me a river.
It's going to shoot you.
Oh no.
Go ahead and roll. Coordination plus sports. Your TN is 8.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Okay.
Ouch.
You are shot. You are shot with a small bore cannonball. In the chest, it bowls you back and leaves you rolling to a stop in a heap. You also have shattered ribs.
Oh, I already have bruise and scrape. Does that exacerbate it in any way?
No.
Okay.
The bruise and scrape part was not too terrible. Yeah, you have shattered ribs now.
Yeah.
It is worth note, if you take any worse damage than that at this point to both you and Eilert, you're going to have to make a freak out roll or leave.
I imagine she lands next to where Islet landed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just to look over and yeah, okay, yeah, that sucks.
That's the infirmary hole now.
He nods.
Who
And
uses a cannon?
so yeah, Yiska, Billy, Eilert, what you guys gonna do?
Well, I went recently, so
Oh, right, sorry.
All right.
No, you it's still
You
you
reacted
still
to
have an action this
being
round.
bucked. You haven't actually acted.
oh. Well,
I do have an idea to what have Eilert do though.
Yeah.
He is rapidly flipping through that book he just got because he has an idea that is maybe a bit of a stretch, but he did see that girl do something with her gun. Maybe he can do something similar.
Okay. All right.
And can I come up with a word he might find?
Sure.
He aims his gun and whispers into the gun probably something unintelligible because it whatever language this is, but something that he understands to mean something like push.
Okay. Are you trying to push it further into the fire, or are you going to go as far as trying to knock it off the cliff?
Let's push it further into the fire. Billy is still on the thing, so maybe knocking it off the cliff is not the greatest idea at the
I'll
moment.
be fine.
Just write it down like at the end of Doctor Strangelove.
So,
Yeehaw.
I guess we'll see if Eilert also uses a power.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead. Your TN is 7.
And aptitude is +1 die.
Yes.
Where did that just go? Alright, I'll find it later. I got a 9.
All right. Yeah, you cause it to stumble back, now fully engulfed in the brush fire. It releases a pained screech that again makes you feel like the world around you is shuddering.
He
The
suspects he's
glass
going to
that
need to be quick on his feet shortly.
the glass that you had noted that it splintered in nearby buildings is now about to shatter. All right, Yiska, Billy.
This is gonna go and try and keep it from moving out of the fire by smacking its legs again.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Go ahead and do physique plus sports because you've already interacted with the world now, so you have the thing, so you don't need to do tangibility.
Okay. What's the TN?
Oh,
Is
sorry.
it still
The
5?
TN the TN is going to be 6.
And that's including my technical knack, right?
No, that is not including your tackle knack.
Okay. Okay. I hit it.
All right. It is going to force you to re-roll, as it is bucking wildly. So it will use interference this round on you.
I still hit it.
All right. Yeah, it is bucking wildly and moving rapidly. Just thoroughly in the fire, admittedly, but it is intent to get out of the fire. But though you have to kind of stay back for a moment to keep yourself from getting hit by that spear arm, you do eventually get in closer and strike out its leg, strike out its other leg, to bend that one at the knee, to make it to give it a harder time of getting out of the fire. All right, Billy.
Since I've seemed to have a pretty good grip on it, I'm gonna try to.
You're on top of some kind of monstrous crystal centaur.
Yeah.
That is also on fire.
Yes.
And also near a cliff.
Yeah.
And also near a cliff.
I'm gonna try to bring it down.
Down the cliff?
I'm gonna since I've got a good enough grip on it, I'm gonna try to like hoist my weight to one end to knock it off balance.
All right. Are you trying to take it down the cliffside or just into the fire?
Whatever happens, happens.
Okay. Go ahead and roll. Do physique plus outdoor or physique plus. Actually, we can do spikes if you want. If you're basically going to be using the spikes into it as a way of leading it, essentially. Yeah, you can do.
That's how I got my grip.
The TN is 7. It really doesn't want to go down.
I rolled an 8.
All right. Well, because you didn't fail, you are able to, using the spikes, force it to stumble and shudder and fall onto its side. Not off the cliffside, which is what would have happened if you failed. And yeah, it is on its side. It's on fire. You're on its side that isn't on fire. And it's
no matter what, riding a horse that falls is still a lot of.
yeah. It kind of takes the wind out of you, but you don't get hurt on the way down, just because you're careful enough. And it's at this point that everyone does hear sirens. And you see fire trucks coming from the distance. So, it's not dead yet. What are you guys going to do?
Billy, can you get off?
Now's not the time to be asking personal questions.
Gross.
Seriously?
How can you shout like that? Like this?
It was only my lower ribs. Yeah.
Yiska.
Okay.
Yiska, roll. Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll coordination plus sports. Your TN is going to be 6, actually, which because it is going to attempt to spear through you, which is a very ballsy thing for it to attempt to do.
Does that include my technical knack?
No. I'm. That's going to be on you to keep track of.
Okay,
Your
yeah,
modifiers.
I just wanted to double check because
Yeah.
whenever I hear a low number, I'm like, is that
Oh, sorry.
of my
Yeah,
skill? Or
you could assume that I'm never going to include your skill modifiers. That's on you guys to
Okay.
to throw those in.
Sure thing. Well, despite all chances of success, I failed that.
Okay.
Oh, that's bad.
All right. So you guys see Yiska, who has who was contributing to taking out its legs from underneath of it, is run through with the spear. It goes through one side and out the other. Yiska, roll spirit plus courage. Your TN is 9.
I almost feel like we should all roll spirit plus courage for that
Jesus.
because
If we're all doing it, I can do leadership and use
Let's all do it.
Okay,
Let's all
yeah,
help
sure.
our friend.
Everyone roll. Basically, Yiska is getting all of your help for his freak out roll.
and or we were all trying also not to freak out at seeing that.
I was going to say you get all our modifiers as well, don't you?
Yep.
So
Yep.
I've got aptitude in that.
I have willpower if you decide you just absolutely don't want to fail this one.
Is it courage?
Yep.
Yeah.
I have perseverance. Nothing will hinder you.
Okay.
So you get an extra die.
Yeah, and I also, someone has 3 spirit, correct?
Yes,
Me.
that would also be, and me.
All right.
All right, go ahead and roll.
What was the TN?
The TN was 9.
Yeah, no. Even with all of that help, I do not.
You can,
Ooh.
because someone had willpower, right?
Yes, I
Right.
have willpower and courage.
You can if you want. Basically, if you want to stay in the conflict,
Mhm.
You can incur a serious narrative consequence, either to yourself, others, or the scene itself, to forcefully succeed, and thereby stay in the fight.
I think I'm going to let this one go. I think Spirit through the Chest is going to like take Yiska out as much as Yiska is, a brave and courageous person. Not this much. There's a level to it, and Yiska's not quite there yet.
Okay. Yeah. Everyone sees it spears through Yiska and runs him through, and then casts him aside like a rag doll, and he doesn't get up.
No.
Isla. This time together.
Right.
And yeah, Cora's going to just shout, "Billy, jump!" and then lead Isla in a just coordinated charge into this thing to knock it off the cliff.
All right. Go
Yeah.
ahead and add an extra die. Jane will help you.
Nice.
Your TN is going to be 8. You're rolling. This is going to be physique plus outdoors. Or no, we can do physique plus sports here. That can be applicable.
Okay, that's 3 dice. Oh,
Although, actually, you were intending to do outdoors for this, weren't you?
it would have helped.
Okay, yeah, we'll go with it. We'll go with it.
It wouldn't have. Actually, no, it wouldn't have helped.
Oh, all right then.
What was the TN for that again?
The TN was 8.
Yeah, I wouldn't have made that, even
Okay.
with outdoors.
Its feet are kicking wildly, and it is effectively keeping you guys from getting close. You're both very injured as it is, and could not quite get close enough before it kicked where you were going to be, and sort of dissuaded you from the rush.
God damn it.
Well, there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
I'm gonna roll it onto its other side and off the cliff.
All right. Yeah, go ahead and do. It's gonna be. That'll be physique plus outdoors. Sounds
Can
about
I
right
use
here.
spikes
Yeah, you can use spikes.
for my grip?
Yeah. You can,
What if,
you can,
okay, now that I'm thinking about it, what if they're spirit spikes?
ghost spikes.
Ghost spikes made of my spirit, my will, my unbreakable bond.
God damn it, it's not Persona. Leave it alone.
I mean, you're trying to do a thing that's strength related. If this were some sort of magic you were doing to it, yeah, I'd go with it.
No, I was just thinking of the flavor of the spikes. It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, your TN is, your TN is 7. It doesn't really want to be rolled off this cliff. It's kind of big.
I rolled a 7.
All right. It is going to use interference.
Cool.
As it is going to swing that lance at you to get you out of its face, get you away from it, so you can't do this. Go ahead and re-roll.
All right. Bitch, I rolled a 10.
Nice. All right. Yeah,
Fucking
you're
putting a lance
shoving
in
it.
my face, motherfucker.
You're shoving at it.
Especially if Yiska's still attached to the lance, that would be very bad.
No, it ran Yiska through and then cast him aside.
Okay.
So yeah, you're shoving at it, and it strikes out at you. And you duck, using its body for cover, and then dig in and shove some more. And I'll say that would Koira, Eilert, and Jane, upon seeing that this might work, then take their advantage, take the opportunity to shove as well?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, Eilert, you get in next to Billy. Koira, you also slide in there too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And as does Jane, and all 4 of you shove this monster off of the cliff.
Sorry, Cash for Gold Lady.
And well, no, she's not directly below the cliff.
Okay.
She's across the street from the area, directly below the cliff. Directly below the cliff is empty lot, and the creature falls, and it tumbles down the cliff, rolling and hitting the cliffside a few times before crashing down into a heap. The heap shatters shortly after it has landed. And that darkness that you felt all around you dissipates in an instant.
Are we still standing in a fire?
Yes, but it isn't hurting you. It's probably uncomfortable, just, the idea of that, but,
Cora immediately just kind of falls back and gets over to where Yiska is.
yeah. You run over to Yiska and
Yeah, you know what? Me too. In fact, I'll help Eilert along with
Yeah.
his broken ribs.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jane will help Koira if it seems like having broken ribs will affect her a little bit.
Oh yeah, like she gets there and then realizes, oh, I can't breathe.
Yeah. And so do you guys all rush to Yiska's side, and firefighters arrive soon after, and all of what happens next is under the is with the firefighters putting out and fighting the brush fire in the background. Yiska, you're in a lot of pain, but also a surprising amount of numbness.
How do Yiska's colors look?
Yiska's colors look fine.
Okay.
It did not seem to drain him of color.
But it did put a big fucking hole in him.
It did put a big hole in him.
Like, is he bleeding? Like,
no. None of you can bleed.
He
It's
has
just
no blood left to shed.
that's very metal.
Oh God, what do
Are
we
you
do?
okay?
What do we do? What do we do?
I mean, I know. I think I know some first aid, but I don't think we covered like martial weaponry through the sternum.
I don't know if first aid applies to these bodies, if you can call them that.
Well, I don't know. Taxidermy, whatever.
Kit, go get Yiska somewhere safe, in case that girl decides finishing the job is a good idea after all.
Oh, thanks for reminding me.
She won't. Come on. We gotta make sure you guys are comfortable enough to heal. I don't know.
I don't
Let's
know.
go.
It's gonna bite, pump, and stump into my throat.
I'll catch up.
Really? Again?
He just waves and and he starts to make his way down the cliff.
Oh my god, seriously.
If he wants to be
You wanna
hard-headed,
survive
he'll be
the next
hard-headed.
battle?
Fine. Come on.
All right. So you're gonna take Jane's help, I assume, and get him out of here.
If she offers it, but
Well, no, Jane was gonna help Koira
Oh.
get out of there because someone has to
Oh, yeah.
carry Koira and someone has to carry Yiska.
I'll carry Yiska. Jane will
So-
carry Koira. And fucking
And
Eilert will just
will
be a dumb.
he'll stumble his way down the road and
If
under
he
the
dies, he dies
Yeah.
again.
cliff. John, you're probably muted, by the way.
No, I'm role playing the fact that Yiska doesn't think he can speak with a hole in his chest.
That's fair. That's fair. Eilert, what were you gonna do?
Eilert's gonna go grab see if there's any shards where that thing shattered.
Fucking Isla going
Wow.
for the loot immediately.
Gotta get that loot.
Hey, they just nearly got their asses kicked, and now they know there's maybe an organization that is also going to oppose them. They need to be a lot better equipped.
All right.
We could get it afterwards. It's not like people are gonna. It's not like there's vultures around.
It's not like there was someone with an interest in what was happening nearby that may pick up some extra shards if they leave them there.
So, you find scattered around the area around this this empty lot. A plethora of shards. It appears that this thing, having been nurtured for so long with such a myriad of emotions, only to be tainted by recent news or misinformation, or you don't really know you don't know what the truth is about the story itself. But it is a myriad of colors of shards that you find. You find a shard of each color: orange, yellow, blue, green, pink, red, brown, black, and purple. You find one of each. I'll put that in the chat.
All right. Orange, yellow, green, blue, pink, black, purple, brown.
Yep, I'll put it.
Is it because I already took the red?
No, there's red in there. There's red and black. You got a little extra red. So yeah, you find a shard of each color, because this creature has been technically around for a long time, and so has been the source of many emotions. All right. So the others, I believe, we're going to be taking Yiska someplace. Where are we taking Yiska?
The furniture store.
Okay.
Because we can get him a bed.
Okay, yeah, you guys can take him to the furniture store and get him a bed to lay him on. Anyone want to do any first aid?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll tangibility plus academics, or not? Sorry, tangibility plus.
Those are both stats.
Yeah, those are stats. Yes. So tangibility plus sports
Study?
study. Yeah, study would work.
I have collaborator on that if anyone else wants to help. Or is that the other way around? I think
Collaborator.
oh, yeah, collaborator, I can help other people.
Yeah, so someone else has a leadership in that, or
Okay.
someone else has leadership, or someone else is doing that. You can add +1 to theirs. So if someone else wants to do that, if someone else wants to do first aid there.
Anyone else got good tangibility?
I can try.
All right,
So-
yeah, you can do tangibility plus study. But add an extra die from Koira.
Okay.
Your TN is 7.
I got a 6.
Yeah.
You don't make it worse. I mean, you do get you do take sheets and kind of bring them into your world, basically, and tear at those and wrap them around Yiska's hole. And you don't really make it worse. If he were capable of bleeding, you'd have stopped the bleeding at least.
Question:
Yeah.
How does Yiska feel other than pain from like there being a hole? Like, does he feel an inability to breathe because there is a hole in his chest?
You feel. I mean, would you expect to feel an inability to breathe?
Yeah.
Then yes, you do.
Okay. Then yeah. Does Yiska feel like that? You know what? Yiska does not know medicine. Yiska will assume that putting a cloth over it makes him able to breathe again.
Sure.
There
Yeah.
you go. I closed the door. Your lungs.
Create a vacuum again inside his chest cavity. That's all.
Yeah, no, Yiska can't see the hole anymore. Therefore, it must be at least partially fixed. That's why you put bandages on things. They fix them.
Yeah. Yeah. So you can breathe
And then
again.
I give it a little kiss. Mwah.
Yeah, you can breathe again.
Okay, so Yiska suddenly begins breathing again. Which might have been alarming to somebody who hadn't like noticed him not breathing.
Oh man, yeah.
Do you just like gasp for air, like?
Yeah. Ow. Mm.
You weren't breathing. Oh crap! I didn't even notice. Oh no. Okay.
Do we need to breathe?
I don't know.
Feels like a good habit to keep up.
Yeah, probably.
Fair. Ah. Okay.
Just stay down, okay?
I can do that.
Like, I will definitely give you points. You ran in there like a badass. The fact that you got turned into a kebab doesn't really detract from that.
Thank
fact-
you.
Good job.
In fact, I think that makes your performance even cooler. I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
And just so you guys know, you may think that having been run through will make him look I don't know, like a little weak or maybe like a little pitiable. But he looks just as good as always.
He is always on fleek.
If not
Because
better from being surrounded by all these ladies doting on him.
because he does in fact have perseverance on fashion.
Nice.
There was always a whistling when he walked by, but now it's the air passing through his chest cavity.
Was,
And you can show up at any point.
yeah, Eilert drags himself into the.
I'm gonna push him on a bed.
I just imagine him crawling.
How are you thinking?
I just imagine he's crawling, pulling himself with one arm across the floor, the other arm like holding a bundle of color.
Yeah. He's got pockets in his jacket.
Yeah, there's a lot of clinking when you're shoved onto a bed.
What the heck were you thinking?
I was thinking we didn't want anyone else to claim the spoils of this fight.
Who else would be there? There's a cat
He
and there's
looks
Tabitha.
at you. Yes, the one who seems to be eager to get paid in color.
And you know that person who showed up with the gigantic blaster gun who has said they were here to basically kill us?
But she didn't.
I know
Okay.
she didn't, but that doesn't mean she wouldn't have taken all the color.
Look, she's long gone.
Yay.
Look, can we just be happy that we at least got some payment out of this? You know, a payment that didn't involve ruining 3 of our chests.
Uh,
The
I think technically yours is more the gut. The gut ruined.
Yeah.
But close.
Mm-hmm.
we also inadvertently fulfilled the pawn shop owner's request. We did not destroy the statue.
Everybody's happy.
yay.
Why don't I feel happy?
I don't know. I don't recall you getting shot with the cannonball.
Oh, don't be a bitch.
Okay, not to
Incredibly weak arm just leans over just to slap Eilert.
not to incur any wrath, but yes, I am a little concerned for my friends now.
Oh, are we friends?
I don't remember. So technically, yeah, I guess.
You know what? Starting
lack-
an official friend. Eilert, you can warm up to, but yeah, cool.
Okay,
Thanks
cool.
for that.
You're welcome. Go fuck yourself. It's funny, getting shot in the chest with artillery really puts a damper on your tolerance for bullshit.
Huh.
And here I was going to say I was touched that you were mad I got shot.
I mean, I still don't want you to die. But if you could tone down being such a dick, that would be great.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
So, does anybody else feel like maybe we're in the middle of something really big that we don't actually know any details about, and that's kind of fucked up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Distinctly.
I mean, we're teenagers. I guess that's kind of the feeling we'd have. You mean in a more grand? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean in the more literal, there are two sides fighting, and we kind of got drafted into one without really knowing the stakes.
Yay!
I think we need to have a talk with our Lord Death tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. For now, just get some rest.
Yeah. I'm kind of wondering how my ribs are supposed to work. If do you bandage them? Do you pop them back in like a dislocation or what?
Well, you're awful wordy for someone who's got broken ribs.
Yeah, and it hurts like nothing you would believe.
Well, if I'm anything to go on, you might not actually need to use them for a while. Try stopping breathing for a bit. Maybe that'll help.
No, I don't. That's a bad idea.
I'm not gonna stop breathing just because you told me to. My parents told me about peer pressure. Just because all the cool kids have stopped breathing doesn't mean I have to.
Ugh.
Ow!
I don't know. Billy's still breathing. So it's only half the cool kids.
Ooh.
Corey just puts a pillow over her face.
That's one way to stop breathing.
You'll get used to the feeling of not being able to breathe eventually.
All right. Well, is everyone going to rest up for the night then?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So, we are going to, so the night does pass, and we're going to cut over another part of the city. Tabitha sends a text to her mother explaining that she's staying the night at a friend's. She doesn't answer any of her mother's replies. Now, we pull back to see her sitting by a hospital bed. A boy about her age hooked up to machines and monitors. A tube running down his throat keeps him fed. Tabitha squeezes his hand, then makes a phone call. Elsewhere, before an office tower of glass and steel, a well-dressed man in his mid-30s, previously seen speaking with a mysterious benefactor atop that very tower, ends an important phone call. He scrolls through his contacts until pulling up one called Pulse. The line rings a few times before getting an answer. "It's Sven," he says, and after a moment of acknowledgement continues, "Yeah, you're back on the clock. The rookie couldn't do it alone. I'm assigning her to your crew." No, that isn't negotiable. Get your crew over here. You get 6 hours. Yep. See you soon. He hangs up the phone, sighs, and stuffs it back into his pocket. He reaches for his suit's front pocket on reflex, only to find the empty place where he used to keep his cigarettes. He sighs again, turns, and enters the building. The night passes. Those of you who are injured, go ahead and reduce the severity of that injury. So, if you have shattered ribs, have it be bruised ribs or thoroughly bruised ribs, or healing, or note that you have healing broken ribs, like Yiska here with a closed hole in his body.
Would it be fair to say that thoroughly clocked is gone though?
Yes, thoroughly clocked is now gone. So yes, basically reduce the severity of your injuries.
So Bruce and Script can now go.
Yes. So a lot of you are still in pain in the morning, but you're not crippled. So there's that, at least.
If anyone wakes up before him, they notice that upon waking up, Eilert swipes for something that clearly isn't there.
Disco will check to see how the hole in his chest is doing. See it's healed up.
It's you have your skin has clearly covered the hole. But it's still very raw and probably still very hollow on the inside.
Yep, that's how healing works.
Probably some things are reconnecting in there, but might want to give it some more time.
Yeah, Disco will rewrap the sheet around his chest because he assumes that's helping. And yeah, then he'll go, I guess, poke everyone else awake.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you get everyone else awake.
Yes.
You guys are each staying in different fake bedrooms in this furniture store.
Which basically means that there's like maybe a small partition wall between each of us.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you poke Eilert and he reflexively swipes at something on a table that is not there.
Mm-hmm.
What?
I think we should probably go, at the very least, talk with the shopkeep about whether we get paid for just getting rid of all of the color inside that statue instead of blowing it up.
Death first.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I kind of want to get some answers from Lord Death.
I was hoping we fulfilled the spirit of the request, if not the letter.
If is anyone else weirded out by the fact that we haven't eaten in a while?
I wasn't thinking about it till you said something.
You wonder if there's. So I mean, like, there are shopkeeps that will sell to us. Do you wonder if there's someone that will do ghost food, sort of like the Lagrange matron?
We can ask around.
That'd be good.
Or maybe we could stop in there for lunch.
If there is some kind of afterlife equivalent of sheets, I will crush that.
Well, there's a regular Sheets. I don't know what Sheets is, but it was next to the pawn
hungry. Please don't talk about sheets.
I'm sorry.
This is out of character. All I've eaten today is tea and 3 miniature cinnamon rolls.
If we're going to acquire some food we can eat, let us aim our sights a little higher, please.
NATO, take me to sheets after the game.
Okay, Kanda. But are you guys going to first go speak with Lord Death?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys go to the crosswalk and the bench on one side that is so familiar to you at this point, where you see Lord Death is currently eating some wet food that has been set out for him.
By who?
Yes.
I don't know. Somebody. Someone put wet food out for this cat.
I mean, it's been implied that other people can see Lord Death as a regular cat.
He's a cat. You did your dirty work.
Good. I had sensed that the dissonance had ceased.
About that. Did you know that there is a group that seems to be encouraging that dissonance?
He tilts his head to the side. encouraging. That's
Yeah.
strange.
We ran into so many people who didn't want us to fuck with that statue because it was giving off such bad vibes. How did you not know?
Hmm. This is strange.
You didn't know. They rather bluntly told us that if we continued to get rid of these disturbances, that we would come into conflict.
They also mentioned killing all the Reapers. I assume you might have noticed some of your employees going missing.
So everybody go ahead and someone has leadership in this, but by all means, pull together that one. Everyone go ahead and roll perception plus cool on Lord Death.
I have leadership in it.
Okay.
You-
The TN is 8 because it's fairly hard to read a cat, honestly.
Yiska can add nothing to this. Yiska has 1 die in perception
Can
and no abilities in cool.
Can
I rolled an at 10.
Well, gee.
can Eilert roll perception plus study to scrutinize Lord Death?
Yeah, sure.
I guess that doesn't really matter. I don't actually have anything relevant to
Mhm.
this particular circumstance, but
I also rolled a 10.
Nice.
nope. I rolled a 4.
I actually rolled an 8, so
Okay. So, Eilert, you have a hard time. You would need to basically sit down and have more conversations with him to
Yeah,
get a feel for him.
he's also rather distracted by his already poor body having been
Yeah,
hit by a cannonball.
you're still in a lot of pain, man. But everyone else, you recognize. So basically, you recognize that Lord Death has kind of lost his cool a little bit.
I'm gonna tell you out of that sentence.
What do you think I was going to say?
Lord Death is kind of dumb.
No. He has kind of lost his cool. It doesn't. He doesn't show it that much. Like he's a very stoic sort of character and also a cat. And so he's hard to read, but like there are distinct pauses without him emoting or reacting that seem to suggest that that he's somewhat panicking about something, or if not panicked, legitimately concerned about something.
Look, we don't know what's going on. Are we any closer to getting our bodies back?
Yes, you should be. Something is happening. I do not know what. For all you have done now, I would see fit to return you to your bodies now. But
Hey!
I
But-
cannot.
What?
What? You did say you were Lord Death, right? Not like Viscount Death or Death's clerical assistant. What the hell are you doing if we've done all of this and you can't make us better?
Is it something to do with our bodies or something to do with your powers?
Since you guys have caught that he has lost his cool and can therefore prod on that, he will admit it is akin to a phantom limb. One I did not know I was missing, but more a phantom. Something more.
Cora just puts her head in her hands and lets out just a very long, drawn-out, exasperated groan.
It looks uncharacteristically worried.
This group, it seeks to maintain dissonance. I will investigate what I can now. Now that I am aware that something is missing, I will ask that you continue to investigate the dissonance, and, if possible, disperse it in any way you can. Whatever is happening, I'm convinced they are behind it.
Okay, but they're really tough. If you need our help, we might need a little bit more backup. Guarantee that we're not just going to be wiped out of existence.
Do you recall when I expressed concern?
Just
When
now?
when I had trouble returning you to your bodies.
Yeah.
It appears I am stuck as a cat. And until now, until this moment, I was unaware of it.
Huh.
I'm going to end the session there. On that. Huh.
Yeah.
2 experience to everybody for completing your mission.
Yeah.
Woo!
All right.
What y'all
Operation
think?
nearly got fucking murdered by a statue.
What'd you guys think?
Nice.
That
Had a
was
lot of
pretty
fun.
rad.
Definitely, like, it's nice that combat is not too frequent, but definitely meaningful.
It was big boy.
Big boy.
I'm all right with the every fight is a boss fight approach to combat.
Mm.
Yeah.
The Bloodborne way.
That's kind of how I felt it should be.
Or the Cuphead way.
Yeah.
hmm
John, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I'm very glad that you just get to like passed along that message of like, hey, if there's another side to this that gets us alive, because I feel like that's going to be a very useful contact in the near future.
Our options are open.
Maybe, but I somehow
Hey, so I heard you fucked over Death and made him stuck as a cat. That sounds like you're on the winning side right now.
Oh my god.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys had fun. Any
Yay.
thoughts or questions?
Can we go to Sheets?
Yes, we can go to.
Can I go to Sheets? I'm hungry as well.
Come on over.
I think Eilert is hitting the end of his time avoiding thinking about how he died.
Yeah, probably.
I think, especially walking around with a condition that has him short on breath is probably not helping that.
Yeah, probably is not.
We're all gonna have to think about it sooner or later.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording then. Thank you guys for partaking. We'll
Hey.
next week we'll probably so basically we're going to take a day between your missions basically. Because Manda was going to run something next Saturday or next Sunday. So Manda will probably run a game for us next Sunday.
I'm thinking Saturday evening. I don't know.
Saturday evening. Okay, well
maybe?
then never mind. I will continue this on next Sunday. Well, I'll see you guys all then.
Neat.
Okay.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.